I feel so ashamed today because of AI and how it costed me in front of my senior engineer. So I had this issue that I had to write code and fix the bugs for, and I accomplished the issue of fixing the bug. But since we're in an age where people are shoving down our throat to use AI for all of our stuff, especially in coding, I used AI to write this code, and it wrote this logic, which was a very simple logic it had to do. The logic was, it had to wait for something to go down, and then it also had to wait to check if it came back up. All right, just imagine any component like that. Just had to check those two things. And so any logical engineer who would write modular code would understand that you can split this up into two loops, right? One to check if it went down, one to check if it came back up for full attempting waiting. What AI did was put both of those goddamn things into a while loop endlessly and then pulled on it on a single variable check. Logically, it worked, but it was the most inefficient style of coding that I didn't even spot because one, I was handling 3 PRs at the same time to finish, and I wrote it with AI, I tested it out, it worked, it got the job done. One of my engineers approved the PR. The other one, who is actually one of the best engineers I've ever worked with, took a look at one of these things and pointed this very minute thing out and asked me, hey, I would write this as 2 different loops. Can you fix that? And I knew it. I knew it, he knew it, that this was written by AI, right? And he literally told me that this is not your fault. It is, but it's not my fault that it generated something like this, right? Because I can't keep tabs of everything that AI is going to write to this minute level. At that point, I just write the code myself, right? But the way these models, these decisions that are going up and about, that are writing such inefficient way of code and still making it work, is falsifying the whole idea that AI writes good code and it writes production code to be efficient. No, it fucking doesn't, all right? I low-key felt insulted with this because my senior engineer told me that this does not look like a code that you would write, or at least he was saying that, hey, I know Shubham does not write code like this, or Shubham would never say something like this or write a logic like this because he's seen me write fairly good code before. But seeing something like this just kind of took a stab at me, and I was like, damn, I'm not gonna fucking do this shit ever again. And this is something that I wanted to just bring up to people, because no matter how much you talk with AI, how much of a yes man it is, how much it kisses your ass, you will be always responsible if it's wrong. What are you gonna say if the AI is wrong? You're gonna tell the other person, hey, the AI was wrong, go talk to him? Or beat his ass up? Fuck no. You are the one who gets the judgment, the complaining, the scolding, whatever it is. You are the one who is responsible. My take is that if I did this shit by myself, I'm pretty sure I could have owned up to it and, caught that mistake and wrote actually good code. But with AI, I have to fucking tell it to do what it has to do. And then I also have to review the goddamn thing, which is just like spoon feeding an actual kid. Might as well just do it by myself. And so the takeaway is, don't always trust this thing for anything, especially to the technical people. You guys know this much better than me, that we can't let this, we can't let this shit actually do what it's doing for us the right way. And to the non-technical people, you guys do what you do. Go fucking berserk, selling Vercel, Claude Code hype, or whatever it is you guys do. LARP your way out of this. You guys will never be sustainable in the way you actually build the product, because you need the technical touch, you need the technical literacy to actually come up with a product that actually works for your customer or for your own self. That's all I gotta say.